So they it's crazy. I wanted to do Premier League predictions. I wanted to just do that because it's something that I haven't done in the show. I actually don't like to do that before we even kick a ball or before we even actually uh you know what how the teams are gelling. So I was just like, well, we're halfway through the season. There's been the transfer window, and I have to do a little Premier League prediction based on the fact that we've seen how the teams are performing. We've seen how the other teams have reinforced, but then over the January transfer window. And as I was doing that, just preparing for that, the news broke out that Mason Greenwood has been pretty much cleared of charges that he's been facing, sexual assault charges that he's been facing for the last couple of months. So that has been an ongoing case, and that I actually never wanted to talk about in this space. But oddly enough, a guest just a few days ago, I think versus the Nottingham Forest game, he brought it up because I think Mendy was the person that was having some charges dropped and everything like that. So I I really didn't want to address this topic, but as a Manchester United fan, you have to know that Mason Greenwood has had his charges dropped. So, which puts us in a very weird moral situation. Anyway, the show is the Football Power Hour. I just want to welcome you to this space real quick and say happy Thursday to you. And yeah, let's just go ahead and just talk about that real quick and just address that, because this is a very important topic. It's a very, very, very serious issue that needs to be addressed in our society. It happens to a lot of entertainers, and just different homes and different couples go through this. So I just want to just say big shout out to you. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So, the statement came out this morning, right? Like 30 minutes ago. Criminal proceedings against the 21-year-old man in connection with an investigation opened in January 2022 have today, on Thursday, February 2nd, 2023, been discontinued by the CPS. And what does that mean? Where do we go from here? We don't know yet. We'll see. I mean, obviously, with time, we will get a little bit more information, but this is the exact same question that my guest asked. Like, what happens moving on forward? We know that, I think right now, the title doesn't look good. It doesn't mean that it doesn't say he's innocent. It doesn't mean like they settled things behind closed doors. And what does that actually mean moving forward? Like, this cannot be a sustainable way to deal with things. So the sponsorship part of it, I know, is going to be very tricky. My weird inclination is that, since we know that Nike has pulled out of the situation, it's just going to be very, very weird for that partnership to kind of happen again. And Manchester and Team Viewer too has, all these sponsors have a moral obligation, a moral answer to give moving forward, because even Ten Hag too, does he, as a Manchester United fan, you can't act like you didn't hear that voice note. You can't act like you didn't see some of those horrible pictures. We're a family, we're a United family, and we have to deal with this as a family. And we know for sure that Mason Greenwood deserves, justice. And also, more importantly, the person who, the victim, is this conversation is so difficult. So it's one of those things where you're hoping that both parties that were involved and everybody around them are healing and moving, in towards a positive direction. And you'd want everybody to sort of, and even the fan base to sort of, figure out how to heal and move forward together. But does that mean reintegrating Mason Greenwood into the team? From a legal standpoint, it's he's cleared, he's not guilty. But from a moral, it's when this is a very, very, very difficult, and it's happened. It's been happening around, Mendy, obviously, as we've talked about, and he still has two pending charges. And Dani Alves is somebody else that also is now. There's something I haven't really looked at actually the specifics of that case, but it's also he's the latest person to have allegations pressed against him. So the question, whatever the answer is, we know that for sure that there needs to be better education, better guidance, and therapy needs to be normalized for people that are also in the limelight. And it's very difficult, I'm sure, to be dealing with when not just when you're the superstar, even when you're the partner's superstar, to be dealing with these kind of pressures and attention and visibility. And it's one of those things where you hope that these people can actually, because you can afford therapy, and this actually goes beyond being a superstar. It's something that across the board, you just want to be able to just say, men around the world need to be educated better. We need to have a better guidance system and a better support system to sort of make sure that these situations are avoided in the first place, because I'm against violence of any kind, domestic, sexual, animal abuse. Zuma with the cat. Anyway, let's just put that aside and just say, moving forward, we are going to see what happens, because the questions are still there. And we have to go straight into this the next section of this segment, which is what initially I wanted to do. It was the Premier League predictions, based on the fact that now a lot of squads have reinforced, a lot of squads have been playing better than anybody anticipated, and now we have to actually go ahead and be like, all right, where is this Premier League title, top 4, top 6 race heading? So these are my Premier League predictions. All right. Number 1, I think they already have one hand on the title. As much as I love to, I'd love to see them fall. Arsenal is definitely going to be on first position. Now, number 2, no, it's not Manchester United. It's Man City. Now, I have a lot of faith in Pep Guardiola to galvanize his troops to just end up, big up to everybody that tuned in. I see y'all, but I just want to get through these predictions real quick, and I'll get to the comments, because, that what we just talked about is very difficult, and I just want to just make sure I focus on what I wanted to actually address. So, number 3, this third position, and I'm not saying it because Mason Greenwood might come back or not, with or without Mason Greenwood, it's going to be Manchester United. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4. This is very tough, because Eddie Howe is killing it, and the man should really go into number 3. But I just feel like with Workhorst, with Martial in there, and hopefully if he stays fit, and Sabitza's influence, we're going to see Manchester United just by a point go above Newcastle. Now, the 5th position goes to my Liverpool friends. I have some faith in Klopp. I have some faith in Klopp that he's had taken some time to. It's just a matter of time till Cody Gakpo gets ticking and that front line gets figured out. And you know what? Harvey Elliott is starting to come up with some goals now. So Liverpool will do it. And obviously we'll give this one to the London Cowboys. Chelsea. They get sixth position. That's my top six predictions right there. All right. Now let me see what the comments is saying. All right. Big up to you, Liam. Big up to you. He's like, yo, never a dull moment. LOL. Man, that moment was dumb. What are you talking about? The first segment. And let's see. I would take him back, says Liam. Liam says I'll take him back. I respect your opinion, Liam. And if the man has legally been cleared, you know, what does that say about it's a very difficult topic, man. What does that say though about somebody who gets accused wrongfully, and then they don't deserve to be taken back? You know what I mean? This is we're gonna see. Obviously, we'll get more perspective on this situation as more information comes out. But big up to you, Kaiser. He's like locked. I hope you're locked in, brother. Big up to you. Big up to you. Let me just give you your welcome flowers because it's your first comment in the show. Thomas Partey too. Oh, Thomas Partey got some issues. Oh yeah, Thomas Partey's on bail. No. Anyway, big up, Dread, Ravi. One love, one love. Let me see what you said. It's also about being educated to learn from incidents. Exactly, Ravi. Exactly. More education. We need to be able to have a better guidance systems, for everyone. Man City will win the title, says Kush. Okay, you see Man City above Arsenal? You think the elephant is gonna fall? They had to play them twice. so you know. But man, they got Trossard, man. Don't underestimate what Trossard is gonna do in there. Trossard is just gonna give Martinelli that firepower, My predictions: a menu 0+3. Oh, Ravi, reckless Ravi. No. Man United. I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. No. Newcastle number 3. I have him as fourth. Okay. I mean, Eddie, they play one game a week. Sometimes have 8 days where they're not doing anything. So they're gonna be charged. The batteries are gonna be so charged up. So now you've got the power. By the way, the show is the Football Power Hour. This one is mad, yo. F in London Cowboy. Big up to you, Harley. Yo, London Cowboys, they got some tools. It's actually the way Chelsea on paper, that squad is actually very, very, very stacked, and it needs just a world class coach to just, if you had, anyway, let's not talk about ifs because I think that's still going to stick with Graham Potter as long as he doesn't go below 10th. That's why I feel like he might be 6th. But who knows? Fulham might just sneak in there. Brentford is quiet. Nobody talking about Brentford. Nobody talking about Brighton. They're quiet. They're 6th position. If they might just slide in there. Let me see what Coach says. You must be high if you think Liverpool will get 5th. Coach, Liverpool is in the mud. I know, but listen, it's just a matter of time, man. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Yo, Papa Cowboy. Chelsea's going above Liverpool. That's for sure. Really? Nah. You crazy, holla boy. Why is it difficult? He hasn't been charged. Hey, coach, man, this is gonna be a very, very tough moral. We'll see the answer. We'll see what happens in the next few days, actually, because there are rumors that he's actually gonna be back in training next week, which makes that right hand side look so scary. If he can be integrated, but the problem is also if you haven't played competitive football in over 12 months, you can run as much as you want and practice but like you have to get it back into the rhythm. And we're past the games where we could have probably given him a chance, I think. And right now it's going to be one of those things where who knows, maybe Mason Greenwood has been practicing one specific shot and he's just, you know what I mean, who knows what's going to happen. But my main inclination is that it's going to be very difficult for him to slide back in. United might just say, have him train, but really, Ten Hag, don't count on him. And then in the summer, we sell him or release him. But that's just like a little prediction right now based on the zero information that we have. But anyway, let me wrap up the show with your comment, Carl, and say no one is perfect. We all deserve second chances. So I will take him back. So much truth in what you're saying, Carl. No one is perfect. Who in this room claims not perfect? Nobody. Hit the like button if you're imperfect. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. By the way, the show is the Football Power Hour. Let's really sit on what Carl said, because that is so that's a poignant observation, a poignant comment, because we all make mistakes, my friend. Nobody gonna come out here and claim this. And you know what? If Greenwood got the wake up call, you know, and he's gonna behave better from this moving forward, and it's so difficult, man. It's so difficult. This is the weird moral grounds that I started the show with. I said we, as Manchester United fans, we've been put in a weird moral situation. But the main thing is, let's remember that we're a family. Manchester United family. We deal with this as a family. We gotta know that you don't have to wait for the situation to happen to you. It's happened to Greenwood, so you have to make sure that you are also learning from this. You know what I'm saying? And Kush, I'm not gonna read your comment because Carl said something so great. Let's end the show on that. But I'm so curious what you said. Okay, let's see. He hasn't done nothing in the eyes of the law. Certain YouTubers were quick to judge him, and now watch them backtrack. Yo, watch them backtrack. Let's take him back. Is that what we're going? I don't know. Manchester United and Ten Hag will show us. But as fans, we are entitled though to an opinion and to feel how we feel about him, because domestic violence and sexual violence is real. It happens to everybody, to so many homes, and we need to make sure that we get better education for everyone. So thank you all for tuning in. It's the Football Power Hour. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Peace.